Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and the subscribe button. Here we have another crazy story. Another crazy story. The streets of Memphis is so dangerous, they said. You know, for example, Project Pat, they said that his son, young man, 21 years old, was not able to survive those streets of Memphis. Sad story, so sad story. They said hip hop mogul, rap star, rap legend, you could categorize him in many different ways and forms. Or you even categorize him as an ex tough guy to a Christian now, preaching a good word. But unfortunately, Project Pat, just like a whole lot of these other rappers, well, let me not say that, not just rappers, a whole lot of successful individuals who grew up in their cities and their towns, and for some reason they decided to stay there. Not only to stay there, but leave their children there. And unfortunately, since the streets has no rules, Project Pat was disrespected. Project Pat was violated in many ways, shape, and form. Someone decided to assassinate or take, you know what I mean? Same thing. Take Project Pat's son out about a week ago. Who is this young man? I'm just assuming it's a young man. I'm assuming it's a young man. Imagine if it's an old man. Would an old man want to take up Project Pat's son? I don't believe so, because I believe an older individual say, you know what, Project Pat, he's a legend. I have respect for this man right here. I know he's a changed man. He's going around, he's preaching to individuals behind the bars. I wouldn't want to do anything to his son. Yeah, that's what Project Pat is doing right now. He's going around, he's preaching to inmates behind the bars. Tell them, you know, that even though they made mistakes, they could change and become a better individual. It's a terrible thing. But what I'm trying to figure out right now, Project Pat, his son, he was around 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, living a good life, like good man. Don't forget, they say he was only 21 years old. Prime age. Imagine me 21 years old, you're having fun. You just start driving a car, maybe a few years, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, a few years. Maybe 60 you start driving a car, I don't know, 60 and a half, I don't know. Having fun, enjoying life. But to pass away at the young age of 21 years old, have to admit, that's very unfortunate. But unfortunately, that's what's going on with Project Pat right now. They said his son passed away at a young age of 21 years old. Who would want to separate Project Pat's son from his father? Even though Project Pat is a legend in Memphis, that's where he's from. He might know everybody. The rest part about it, he might know the individual whose son decided to do it. I'm just assuming it's a son. I don't know. Is it? I don't think it's a female. Imagine that. I just don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong about everything, actually. Because unfortunately, I never had the luxury of getting all A's in school or B's. But I'm just assuming it's a young man You know, why would this young man decide to do this to Project Pat's son? Or maybe he didn't know it was Project Pat's son. I don't know. But either way, I'm quite certain this young man, he's going to be caught shortly. Within the month, I'm assuming. He's going to go to jail. He's going to be convicted. I'm assuming.
Let me find it.
Not really premeditated. I don't know. So he might go behind the bars forever for a long time. I'm trying to figure out what Project Pat stopped going to the jails and talk to individuals because of what happened to his sons. And if so, or if not, imagine Project Pat was to go to the same institution and talk to the individual who did this to his son. Would that make him a stronger man, or would that make him a weaker man? I don't know. Something to think about. My baby. I'm not certain type of relationship Project Pat had with his son, but he's in his pictures with him. I'm assuming he at least knew his father. Most individuals don't know their father, so I guess that right there within itself is a good thing. So it's a terrible thing. But will Project Pat go to the jail system and preach to this young man who did this to his son? I don't know. I don't know if he really did it to his son. I don't know. He'd be caught. Why not? Imagine do something to Project Pat's son and you tell somebody about it. They're going to say, what? You did what? You did what? They're going to tell somebody. That person going to tell somebody. They're going to tell somebody. They're going to tell somebody. Everybody in Memphis knows. Police knows now. Why not? You can't have an individual who's a notorious trigger puller out there on the streets, kicking back, relaxing, watching TV. No. Playing video games. No. Drinking soda and juice. No. Eating hamburgers. No. Cheeseburgers. No. Steak and cheese sandwiches. No. He needs to be behind the bars and cook all those things. He can have those things, but he's going to have to cook them a little different. Imagine that. But either way, it's unfortunate what's going on with Project Pat. And it's unfortunate what happened to that young man, 21 years old. 21 years old, such a great age. For some reason, these individuals will never learn that crime don't pay. Do they want to go behind the bars? Do they just want to get their 3 meals a day? And they're content with that and that's it? I don't know, but it probably seems like it. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible world. Till next time, they say crime don't pay, but I see them do it though.